Stephen A. Smith on First Take. No more playing video games every day and streaming it. Cam Newton's going to have a real job, and he's going to be on there with Stephen A. Smith on First Take. A lot of people think that Cam is a wild card, but the quarterback will primarily appear on ESPN Morning Show and, with Stephen A. and Molly, and will make his debut this upcoming Friday. So be out on the lookout for that. Do you think he's coming with the crazy hat as pictured above?
I mean, he already popped on. This past Friday. He was
he was on already.
Yeah, this past week Friday there was Tennessee State because right now ESPN is on their HBCU road trip where they're going to all the black colleges. But we got a video right here, man. Hit the button. We gonna play it.
Didn't call me.
Nah, we gonna play the video. We're gonna show you Cam Newton. Then we gonna tell you the new plan that ESPN is laying out. So, yeah, like they said, ESPN is adding a former NFL player to the signature weekend series First Take. The sports media giant has signed Cam Newton, the former Carolina Panthers and New England Patriots quarterback, to serve as a commentator for the company, primarily First Take. Cam Newton will make his First Take debut this past October 11th. We already talked about that. But, man, thinking about it, man, it looks like ever since they fired Skip Bayless, sports talk show has been in a frenzy. ESPN is trying to rally up everybody they possibly can. They got Nick Saban they signed Jason Kelsey, they signed Pat McAfee.
Shannon when they snagged him.
They signed Shannon. Only people really left. They got somebody go snag up Gilbert Arenas. He got to be next for basketball.
I mean, I think Gilbert's doing good enough on his own. He don't need nobody else.
I mean, Cam ain't.
And he's collabing with Shannon anyway. He does nightcap during the NBA big games.
True, but I mean that don't mean anything because Chad Johnson says every day that he wants to go. He said every day he wants to get a job on ESPN. He been begging Shannon Sharp, but now he's finally they finally let him on the thing.
Ocho Cinco gonna Ocho Cinco. He wants the brightest lights. He ain't cool with just chilling.
True,
but I'm happy for Cam Newton. I think he deserves it. I feel like he got kind of pushed out of the NFL too early. I think he still had more left.
He didn't retire yet. He hasn't announced his retirement.
I mean, he is retired. Like
basically, yeah.
It's like I hate when those players I never didn't get picked up by a team for 8 years, so now I'm retired. It's like, no, you got retired 8 years ago.
True,
but I think it'll be good for him. He'll be a pro in another area, and I think he's funny. We watched his YouTube. He does a really good job, even when he's just playing video games, of being entertaining and funny. And he seems like he already has a core fan base. So. Who knows? This might be his second phase of his career, and I think he'll be a good fit.
He definitely should be a good fit. As much money as ESPN is giving him, because I just remember a couple of months ago, ESPN just laid off a bunch of people.
Why did they disrespect him with the Panthers?
Oh, they didn't want to resign him. They didn't want to resign him.
They just didn't he was probably there for 2 contracts, and they didn't want to give him a third one.
Yeah, they didn't want to give him a third one. That's when he ended up going to New England, but he hated New England because of the whole
trade
with the whole COVID situation. Yeah, with the whole COVID.
Did he get traded there, or did he get not signed and signed with the Pats?
I think he not signed and signed with the Pats. Not signed then signed with the Pats as a free agent.
And then only played there for a couple years.
Yeah, he was sick a lot of the time. It was during the COVID time. He was sick, and then he said it was the Patriots got a big playbook, no homo, pause. And he was like, it took him a while to get a hold of the players, and then when they finally got used to the players, the season was already over with. So he never really had a fair shot.
That's the problem that New England has. Is a lot of times people, they want players to adapt to the system, but usually the system is if it's a system that it could adapt to the players it has, because you want to put players in position where they can be most successful. You don't want to ask players to do things that you know that they're not good at or not going to be able to succeed, and you need to shine in their and stuff that they're good at and hide their faults. So it's kind of their own fault.
But exactly, I mean, look at it's the Panthers. Think about it. They had Jake Delhomme. He ain't do nothing. I think Cam probably went the furthest. They had Bryce Young. You see what's going on with Bryce Young? He trash. So I mean, it definitely has to be the Panthers. But I feel like with the Fox Sports Network, as soon as they got rid of Skip Bayless, they started revamping these new shows like The Facility with Sean McCoy and Chase Daniels. They also signed Tom Brady. So with that going on, and they kept Paul Pierce and Keyshawn Johnson, they just moved him. They moved him down with Joy. They're on the Speak. So I mean, those shows are picking up views now since Skip Bayless left. It's a little fresh. They still got Colin Cowherd.
They need to just hire us.
Well, it could be soon.
We would be way better if we just did that all the time.
Just don't do us like you did. How you did everybody else when you put them on sports talk shows on HBO, because HBO sports talk shows don't never work out.
We need to bring back Cold Pizza.
Who was that? Jim Rome?
Yeah, wasn't that him?
He has his own. He has
Rome is burning.
Yeah, Rome is burning. He has his own on. If you go on X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, at certain times of the day,
he has like a Twitter show.
He has a Twitter show. We talk about a lot of current events, a lot of things that's going on. But y'all comment down below how y'all feel about ESPN firing everybody, and now they're hiring all these big name talents like Pat McAfee and Cam Newton. Is it making you want to watch TV, or it don't matter?
What y'all haven't done is y'all haven't gone to their comment section and be like, y'all need to sign TFTC Sports.
Horrible. Facts.